Hello, I'm Katja Huyo, Research Coordinator at UNRISD and author of Chapter 6 of the flagship report Policy Innovations for Transformative Change. Chapter 6 is about mobilizing domestic resources for sustainable development. As you might know already, domestic resources are the most important financial instrument for most developing countries. And they hold their very own promises for transformative change. First of all, we have to mobilize more resources in order to implement the very ambitious Sustainable Development Goals. Secondly, we need to change these financial policies and make them better and more sustainable. When we think about sustainable finance, actually it's not only about having sufficient revenues and having sustainable financial instruments. It's also about making financial policies more sustainable in political, in social and in environmental terms. The first important message of the chapter is that resource mobilization is a political issue. It is about contestation and bargaining about who pays and who benefits from revenue policies. And this is why it is important to make these processes very inclusive and very transparent, and also to make a strong link with social policies. If taxpayers know for what they are paying their money, they are more willing and more compliant with their obligations. The second important message is to diversify the financing mix and to move away from those instruments that are harmful for the environment or socially harmful. And this is why we also recommend developing countries that are dependent on mineral rents and fossil fuels to consider developing other instruments. What is also important for resource mobilization is an enabling environment. For example, macroeconomic policies that foster growth and job creation, and also state capacity in terms of tax administration, technologies that facilitate governing the tax system. The third message is that we need to combine the national with the global. So national resource bargains need to be supported by global bargains. This means international ODA, tax capacity building, or regulations that help countries to combat illicit financial flows, for example. We also need a reform of the international financial architecture to make it more sustainable, more favorable to southern countries, and more just. If you want to learn more about the chapter and the country cases we have analyzed, please click on the link in the description, so you can download the chapter. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel. I would also be very happy to receive comments on the chapter from you.